You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, guys, let's talk about ESPN's First Take. I was just sitting around just relaxing, and then this story just kind of popped up and kind of caught my eye right here, guys, because there is going to be a shakeup now over on First Take. Now, First Take is hosted by Stephen A. Smith. Max Kellerman and Molly Kiram is the moderator. But the true undisputed star of that show is Stephen A. Smith. Now, we have made a bunch of videos on First Take, and most of those topics really center around Stephen A. Smith because he is all of the talking points of that show. Max Kellerman actually replaced Skip Bayless back in, I believe, 2016. And Max Kellerman was the main reason why I actually stopped watching ESPN's First Take. I mean, when it comes to making this show Woke Take, he was the ringleader of that. That show got super duper woke when he joined the reins of ESPN's First Take. And I have not watched ESPN's First Take in like 5 years, mainly because of him. But now, guys, it looks like things may be changing over on ESPN First Take. Check this out, guys. Max Kellerman expected to be removed from ESPN's First Take. Now, what does this really mean? Does this mean he's done with ESPN? Not necessarily. I don't think so. I think that the higher ups at ESPN, they probably know that this show needs some type of a shakeup because the ratings have been declining on this show and pretty much every ESPN show for many years now, as they actually used to have sports on there. They went from Sports Center to Woke Center, and pretty much everything on ESPN now is super duper woke. But yet and still, Stephen A. Smith is the main draw over at ESPN. Now, Stephen A. Smith, race baiting himself, just like Max Kellerman does too. ESPN knows that Stephen A. Smith is a star. But however, Stephen A. Smith goes woke. He says that, oh, black people don't get this kind of opportunity. Well, guess what? They're keeping the black man and they're throwing the white guy out the door. Well, not necessarily out the door, but we're going to get into that. Check this out. It says, it is Stephen A.'s world and Max Kellerman soon won't be part of it. Kellerman is expected to be removed off ESPN's First Take, the show in which he and Stephen A. Smith verbally battle each day, going hot take for hot take, sources confirm. This is not the end of Kellerman at ESPN, as he is likely to have an increased role on ESPN radio and potentially his own TV show. According to sources, he already does a boxing-focused program. Now, boxing, that is where Max Kellerman is an expert. He knows his boxing like nobody else. But it says here, Front Office Sports first reported the news, ESPN declined comment. And here's where First Take is potentially going here. For now, ESPN does not plan on replacing Kellerman with anyone in particular. Instead, a rotation of verbal sparring partners will likely make the short walk over each morning from another ESPN show. Get Up, which is located in the same Seaport studios. Molly Kiram is expected to continue to host, but Smith is the undisputed star. Now, this is very similar to the way Skip Bayless was the star of First and 10 when the show was actually called Cold Pizza. When Woody Page actually left that show, they had a rotation of other people come in and debate with Skip Bayless. And eventually that show became ESPN First Take, and Skip Bayless was the star. And then Skip Bayless wanted Stephen A. Smith to actually come in to be a co-host with him on the show. And now Stephen A. Smith is the star of the show, as Skip Bayless is now over at FS1. But this really doesn't surprise me, guys, because ESPN was so desperate to get Skip Bayless to come back and team up with Stephen A. Smith, because they know that would probably be a ratings hit, because the true star of the show is Stephen A. Smith. It's not Max Kellerman, and they wanted Skip Bayless to come back and allow Skip Bayless also to stay on Undisputed on FS1. But let's continue on here. Kellerman's removal off First Take has been in the offering for a long time, as Smith has further cemented himself as the face of ESPN. And he is the face. Smith, who signed a 5-year, $60 million deal with ESPN in 2019, has often appeared disenchanted with Kellerman. Interesting. The feeling that Kellerman's First Take days could be numbered became even more apparent a year ago when ESPN made a run at former co-host Skip Bayless a bet for an ESPN Plus program. That's what I just talked about right there. Originally, ESPN Radio wanted to pair Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson on his morning show when it shook up its entire lineup last spring, but Kellerman ended up doing a 2-hour national afternoon radio program while Johnson teamed up with Jay Williams and Zubin Mehenti. Mehenti has been out for much of the year due to complications from diabetes. Alan Hand has filled in for Mehenti and has been positioned to potentially take over for him full-time. Kellerman, though, is now in the midst, as he is soon expected to have his last take on First Take. So there you have it, guys. Max Kellerman, is he actually being forced out of First Take? I'm not really sure. I mean, this article here says that Stephen A. Smith appears disenchanted with Max Kellerman. Now, you got to remember now, Stephen A. Smith wants to play the victim because he's a black man. He's always saying that black people don't get these opportunities, but clearly ESPN bends the knee to Stephen A. Smith all the time. They're going to be letting Max Kellerman go and do something else over at ESPN. They throw him on radio. I mean, he's just going to completely disappear because ESPN Radio is a dumpster fire. Its glory days are long, long gone. All right. There's no Mike and Mike in the morning, nothing like that anymore on ESPN Radio. He'll just fade away into the sunset. But guys, what do you think of this? What do you guys think of Max Kellerman being out on ESPN's First Take? This can actually fundamentally change the way the show is, to tell you the truth. Just rotating guys in and out. That worked for a while when Skip Bayless is there. Could it just be more like the Stephen A. Smith show? He'll have Molly Kieran there, but I don't think the show really works unless you have a third person. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans. Max Kellerman reportedly not going to be on ESPN First Take much longer. He's going to be doing something else, but we don't really know. ESPN has not confirmed any of this, but I'm willing to bet all of this is true. I'm willing to bet this, guys. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.